What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, thanks for coming back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave if you're not subscribed already. Let's just get right into it. So today I thought that I would just talk to you guys about some good foundations for dry skin, because I know that especially for people who struggle with dry skin, that finding a good foundation for them is like a lifetime struggle, like something that doesn't enhance their texture or crack and break up throughout the day and stuff like that. So I would just like to say a couple of disclaimers, and the first one is that I do not have dry skin. So my knowledge is coming from my experience of these foundations, not only just on myself, but my experience with working with dry clients and seeing how the foundation sits and wears on them. So I have normal to dry skin. Really, I'm kind of perfectly normal. I'm not oily, I'm not dry. So with that said, I have used all of these foundations on people with dry skin because I am a working makeup artist, and I have used all of these foundations on people with dry skin, and these are the foundations that I find sit the best on dry or dehydrated skin. So, second disclaimer is that I would like to say, please do not be looking for a foundation to solve your skincare issues. More often than not, dry skin can be solved with skincare. So I would like to say that if you are bouncing from foundation to foundation to foundation trying to find something to fix your dry skin, no foundation is going to fix your dry skin. You need to go and look at your skincare in order to get your skin in shape so that your foundation will look better. Third disclaimer, I do work at Sephora. Most of these foundations that I'm going to talk about are from Sephora, and pretty much all of them are high end. I don't have a lot of experience with drugstore products, to be quite honest. My mom was a Mary Kay representative whenever I was growing up, and so I used a lot of Mary Kay, used very little drugstore products. Then I started getting into makeup artistry and stuff like that in my late teens, and went straight from basically mostly Mary Kay to mostly high end. I do have some experience with drugstore products, but not enough to feel comfortable recommending what the best products for dry skin would be in that realm of drugstore. And so I always want you to be able to value my opinion. So I don't want to say that, oh yeah, I think this would be good for you just because I've heard it's good, when I actually haven't tried it myself or even tried it on a client or anything like that. So most of these are from Sephora, and that is not to promote Sephora in any way. That is just because I work there and these are what I have experience with and they're what I know. That's it for the disclaimer, so let's just get into talking about these foundations. Most of the foundations I'm going to talk about I do have with me, but I do have just a few that I don't actually own, but I have worked with and I have had really good experience with. I just don't personally own them myself yet. I will, but it costs money. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is pretty much anything from Bobbi Brown is super hydrating. Probably the only thing that I would maybe veer away from whenever it comes to Bobbi Brown and dry skin would be their newest foundation, which is like it's like the Bobbi Brown Skin long wearing something foundation. It's like their long wear foundation. That one has a natural finish, natural to matte, and that's why I wouldn't reach for it if somebody was like truly dry. It's not going to be my first choice. However, if somebody was truly dry and they wanted a really long wearing foundation, I would reach for it and just pair it with a really good hydrating primer. But that's a whole nother video. Their skin foundation sits really well on dry skin, and their BB creams, oh my gosh, their BB creams are so freaking hydrating. Like almost to the point where you shouldn't even put on a moisturizer beforehand because they are just so hydrating. The second one I would like to talk about is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream. Oh my gosh, so nice and such good coverage. I know that finding a foundation for dry skin that gives like a nice luminous healthy glow but still has good coverage is hard to find. Your Skin But Better by IT Cosmetics, good stuff. I mean, that stuff, it has serious coverage. I mean, medium to full, and it is a true medium to full coverage. However, it is thin enough, like the consistency is thin enough that you could really shear it out and just have a nice medium coverage. So it's whatever your preference is. It's a very, I find it to be like You can kind of make it what you want it. If you want it to be really full coverage, it could be full coverage. If you want it to be really sheer, it could be sheer. Oh, and also the IT Cosmetics, they have a Your Skin But Better original formula, and then they also recently came out with an illuminating formula. So if you want a lot more glow, you could do the illuminating formula. And then the third one I would like to talk about, and this is probably one of my favorite ones for dry skin, and this is for people who are like truly dry. Like, I might wear this foundation in the winter. Yeah, I would wear it in the winter because I did wear it this past winter, but in the summer, I would never reach for this foundation because it is so hydrating. So what it is, it's the Hourglass Illusion Foundation, and the reason why this one is so great for dry and dehydrated skin is because it actually has hyaluronic acid in it. And if you don't know, hyaluronic acid is a common ingredient. It's in a lot of skincare. What it does is it actually pulls moisture from the air into your skin, and it pulls 1,000 times its weight in water into your skin. So it's a super powerful ingredient, and it's anti-aging, it's plumping, obviously hydrating, everything that you want in an ingredient, it gives it to you. So that one will give you such a nice glow. I mean, it is beautiful. Every time that I have a client who has bounced from foundation to foundation to foundation because of their dry skin and they haven't tried the Illusion Foundation, it's like almost guaranteed they're gonna get that one. 9 times out of 10, that's what they go with. I would say the majority of the time that they don't is if we can't find a good color because they don't have the widest shade range, but 9 times out of 10, it's a hit. Those are all the ones that I don't actually have with me, but I wanted to mention because they are some of my holy grails whenever it comes to dry skin. And now we're gonna move on to the ones that I do have. So this is the only one that I'm going to talk about that is not sold at Sephora as far as I know. Actually, it might be sold at Sephora because it's from Touch in Sol. We don't have it in our store, but I actually got this in my Ipsy Glam bag, and it's the Advanced Real Moisture Liquid Foundation for moisture and nourishing skin, and it has an SPF of 30. This one I have used on myself several times. I would say that this is best compared to the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. Oh, I forgot to mention the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream has a hydrating serum in it and an SPF of 50. So that hydrating serum is what makes it so great for dry skin. This one, I don't know exactly what's in it. I don't know if it's a hydrating serum or if it's a moisturizer, or from the name, I would guess it's just kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but it's super, super hydrating. I wore this a lot throughout this past winter and I really, really liked it. So that's a really good one. Oh my gosh, this has been my holy freaking grail. Our whole cast at work is totally obsessed with this foundation. This is the YSL Touche Claw All-in-One Glow Foundation. It is everything that you want and more in a foundation. I mean, the only thing that it doesn't have is good coverage. The most you're gonna get out of this product is a medium coverage, but I mean the glow is everything. Like, it lives up to its name. All-in-one glow. Yes, it is. It is so hydrating. It is actually like 70% water, which is amazing. Amazing for dry skin people, but maybe not for anyone else. You're probably like, you're paying like $50 something for a bottle of water? A small tube of water. Okay, listen, it's not just that. There's other magic stuff within the water here. This is a very interesting foundation, and I actually have a wear test on this one. If you would like to go see it, I will link it right here so that you can click on over there. I will also leave it linked down in the description box so that you don't have to click off now, but you can wait till the end if you'd like. So this one I wear a lot. It has an SPF of 23, which is totally random. But this is a very interesting product because the way that it works, because it's 70% water, the water and the pigment in the tube, they'll kind of like separate. And so whenever you pump it out, it's really, really important that you apply this one with a brush because you need to mix that water and that pigment together in order to get a nice flawless finish. But this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful foundation, super hydrating, super glowy. Not for the person that wants full coverage though. The next foundation I would like to talk about is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick. This one is so good. I wish I could wear it, but it's a little bit too dark for me right now. Like, I miss wearing it. But this is the one and only foundation stick that I have ever liked. And I have not tried them all. Maybe I'll find another one that I like one day. But as of right now, this is the one and only foundation stick that I have ever liked. completely and wholly. Like, it feels lightweight, it has a beautiful texture. Any other foundation stick that I've ever tried either feels really heavy or it looks really heavy, or both. So this is the only one that doesn't look or feel heavy. I love this one. What's great about this one for dry skin is the fact that it has hyaluronic molecules in it. So we already talked about what hyaluronic acid is, and so this has that hyaluronic molecules in it, and they actually burst throughout the day to keep your skin hydrated. So that is a super, super great option. Let me scale back here for a second and tell you guys all the prices on everything. So for the ones that I've already talked about, the Bobbi Brown foundations, the BB cream from Bobbi Brown is $46. The original skin foundation is $50, and then the skin longwear foundation is $46 as well. The It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream is $38. The Hourglass Illusion foundation is $56. The Touch in Sol Advanced Moisture or Advanced Real Moisture foundation is $26, which is a super wow. Which, by the way, I just checked, they don't actually carry it at Sephora. I just checked online, so I do have a product that's not carried at Sephora. But it is only $26, and you can order it directly from their website. The YSL All-in-One Glow is $48, and then the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick is $43. All those out of the way, let's do the rest of these. The next one I'd like to talk about, this has not just done wonders for keeping my skin hydrated, but it has also done wonders for my skin in so many other ways. And it is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation Fluid. Now this stuff is an oil-based foundation. All of the Josie Maran products have argan oil in them. They're an argan oil-based brand. So literally every product, from their skincare to their body butter to their mascaras, their brow pencils, foundations, everything has argan oil in it because they believe it's just such a powerful ingredient that it just does so much. And I have found that when I wear this, my skin looks so freaking good. I will wash it off at the end of the day, and my redness is just like so much more calm than it normally is, and it is just, I mean, I am obsessed with it. It's not the most long wearing foundation in the world, which is why I don't reach for it every day. I mean, I'm a makeup artist. Like, no matter how amazing a foundation is, I'm gonna reach for a different foundation almost every day because it's just who I am. I like to play with products, I like to try new things, I like to do something different every day. This foundation is just, I mean, good for your skin in every way. Not that you should be sleeping in it or anything like that. If you have just pure argan oil, girl, sleep in that. But this one obviously has other pigments and stuff like that that you don't want sitting on your skin all night. However, this stuff is so nice, so good. One of my friends, she gets a lot of reactions and she'll break out in hives and stuff like that. Like, she's allergic to gluten, like truly allergic to gluten. Like, if she eats it, like, she breaks out in hives, she starts getting like flaky and dry and stuff like that, and it's not cute. And she had been looking for a foundation that wouldn't irritate, whether she was breaking out in hives or whether she was just normal. Like, she just wanted something that was very clean and something that would help her. I told her that she should try this foundation, and she did. She got it, and she came to me like, I think a week later, and she's like, oh my gosh, my redness has gone down so much. Like, all of her inflammation and all of her redness and stuff had just been calmed so much. And even I could tell looking at her, like, the texture of her skin was like worlds of a difference, like so much more improved. Like, it was amazing. One of the main things that she had been doing differently was using this foundation with the argan oil in it, and so it really, really is an awesome foundation. So the argan oil in it obviously is part of why it is so hydrating and why I love it for those drier skin clients, and why I think you should try it. And then the next one is the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I'm sure that you guys knew that I was probably going to talk about this one in this video because this foundation is, I love this foundation so much. The texture is so beautiful. I mean, it has, from what I know, watermelon extract in it. I actually learned that from Wanye, who came onto my channel and did my makeup in my video where my Sephora coworkers did my makeup. One did one side of my face and one did the other. It was hilarious. I will link it here and also link it down in the description so you can hop on over there after you're done watching this video, because trust me, you want to watch it. It is so funny. Anyways, it has watermelon extract in it, which is gonna be really nice and deeply hydrating. It has a really, really nice radiant texture, and also it's very, very full coverage. Like a little bit goes a long, long way. So it is hard to find foundations that are moisturizing and dewy, but they still have like a good full coverage and they're not like slip and slide around and stuff like that. And this is definitely one of them. This one has really good coverage, sits on the skin so nicely. It's not the most hydrating foundation in comparison to all the other ones that I've talked about today, but the texture of it, and if you have dehydrated skin, it really helps to smooth the texture. Even though it's not super hydrating, it still sits on the skin super, super nicely. And then last but not least, I have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So this is actually the foundation that I am wearing right now, and I just uploaded a wear test on it. So I will link that right here as well and link it down in the description box so that you can hop on over there if you're interested in seeing how this foundation lasts throughout the day. I will go ahead and be the first to tell you that it is not the most long-wearing foundation. It's just not. However, is it one of the ones that I reach for the most whenever a client comes in and asks for a foundation for dry skin? Yes, it's probably the one that I reach for second. Every time that somebody comes in and you can physically see that they are dry and dehydrated, I will always reach for this foundation. I mean, I'll always reach for any of these foundations, but this is one of the first ones that I reach for because I know how the texture of this sits on that dry skin. Now, the reason why this one is really, really great is because it actually has coconut water, not coconut oil, but coconut water, as well as hyaluronic acid. And I think some kind of rose extract, alpine rose, I think. And hyaluronic acid, coconut water, and rose are all known for their hydrating quality, so it is super, super hydrating. After a good 12 to 16 hour day, it starts moving. Like, it stayed perfect for like a good 6 hours on me, maybe 7 to 8. And then after that, it all just started going downhill, and it was slipping and sliding around and moving and breaking up and stuff like that. So it's definitely not the most long-wearing foundation, but does it look absolutely beautiful on dry skin? Yeah, it does. Oh my gosh. So if you're willing to touch up your foundation throughout the day, which that's really going to be that way with any of these foundations, typically something that's really hydrating is not the most long wearing. That's just the way that it is because of the way that they have to formulate the products. Sure, some do wear better than others, but I would say that this one probably wears a little bit less long than some of the other ones here, but not substantially. So I don't have a problem with touching up my foundation if need be. If I really love the texture of it and stuff like that, I'll just throw the foundation in my bag and throw my sponge in my bag and touch it up as need be. But if that's like a huge thing for you, then this probably isn't going to be your best foundation. However, the texture of it, oh my gosh, it looks so nice on dry skin. Very hydrating. Great option, and this one retails for $39. And I forgot to tell you the price of the NARS foundation, but it is $49. I also forgot to tell you the price of the Vibrancy foundation, and it is $45. So there we are. That pretty much wraps up this video, you guys. I hope that you found this very informative, and if you have dry skin, girl, I know that it is a struggle. I highly encourage you to try these foundations, and more so, I highly encourage you to look into your skincare routine because that's really what's going to help you the most, which I can totally do a separate video on that whenever it comes to what you should be looking for in terms of a dry skin skincare routine. Everybody is a little bit different, so everybody needs something a little bit different, but I can at least give you the basics. So if you would be interested in that, please let me know. If you'd be interested in any kind of skincare videos, let me know. I'm not the most knowledgeable in skincare, but I know more than the average Joe, so I'd be willing to share that with you guys if you just let me know that you want to see it. That pretty much wraps up this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these kinds of informational videos, let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you all in Monday's tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye. That I have lipstick on my tooth? Sure did.